Hello, I'm Ravic Hunter, and we are Legends on Paper, an eclectic group of longtime gamers with a passion for Dungeons & Dragons. We're not voice actors, professional gamers, or paid performers. We are regular people just like you, except that we will probably make complete fools of ourselves as we attempt to have fun and entertain. If you enjoyed tonight's production, please follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our channels on Twitch and YouTube. To find out more about us, please visit www.legendsonpaper.com. And don't forget, most importantly, to tell all your friends. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey as Legends on Paper presents The Greatest Adventure. We begin our story in the city of Lionsgate, grand capital of the kingdom of Lyonesse. Welcome to our very first session, episode 1, Legends on Paper. As we begin, is everybody ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go.
Lionsgate, grandest of all the cities of Lyonesse, grandest in the Western Kingdoms for that matter, and seat of power for King Praetor Eldrith and his Queen Penelope, a bloodline fated with a powerful destiny. But that's a story for another day. For today is the greatest of days, as the tourney has come to Lyonesse. Crowds swell the streets of Lionsgate. One can hear the cheers from all parts within the walls and without. Arenas large and small play host to the greatest warriors from lands far and near, as they pit their strength against one another through various feats of strength, contests of skill, and brute dominance. Most come to prove their mastery of close combat. Others contend on horse with lance, while a few prefer weapons of range, but all come for the glory and the chance to rise to the top as a champion of the tourneys. Such a tale would be heroic indeed. Yet our attention is drawn to a lesser regarded tourneys, where apprentices, squires, and amateurs of every sort contend for trophies of their own and for no less glory than the famed knights and the grand events. These young warriors are the next generation of would-be legends, at least in their own minds, as youthfulness has the extraordinary effect of supplanting reason with dreams. A lean, yet vociferous man, wearing a ruffled white tunic under a rich burgundy overcoat stained with sweat, and a wide-brimmed hat that covers all but the ends of his thinning blonde hair, faces the crowd, while two combatants warily approach each other in the center of the arena. It's one of the larger arenas in Lionsgate, to host amateurs and squires who wish to test their mettle in front of crowds waiting to see the famous knights from all over the Western Kingdoms competing in the tourney's main events. It is spring, in the year 5515, according to the Sylvan calendar. The man smiles wide as he lifts his arm and take in the entire crowd. My name is Dorman Harthman, ringmaster, officiant, and judge of the Sir Clydewell Arena. The masses cheer excitedly. They know this man. This may not be the Royal Colosseum, but I will entertain. He pauses and squints at the crowd expectantly. All goes quiet. There's a few chuckles. And then, as if on cue, hundreds of voices join his own. With ballads and blood, songs of pain, cries of regret again and again, For those who pay dearly for right and for might, there's no better place to see such a fight. Come one and come all to this gallant affair. The players may stumble, but I'll always have flair. The crowd laughs and cheers wildly, stomping their feet, the hundreds making the stand on the arena floor jump with the beat as Dorbin bows deeply with a flourish. Finally, he turns to the two warriors, still facing each other, sweat upon their brows, eyes wary and fearful, hands fidgeting at their sides. Neither would be mistaken for an experienced warrior. Let the battle begin, the ringmaster cries as he releases a white handkerchief into the air. Nim, Nihilus, roll for initiative.
We're just getting right on into it, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Okay. What did you roll there, Nihilus?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. And Nim?
16.
Nihilus, go ahead and describe your character. Tell everybody what they see.
All right, so they're standing before the spectators in the crowd. He's standing tall and lean. You see a being that's not often seen in the Western Kingdoms here in Lyonesse. There are typically curious stares and sidelong glances, whispers around the crowd as the people take in the rare sight of the spectator below them. He wears a tall, slightly weathered, dark brown leather boots that are tightened with straps and buckles and worn over tan leggings that are cinched with leather belts, holding several pouches. Around his waist hangs a long blue piece of cloth that forms a skirt at his backside and is tied in the front. Draped across his torso, you see the same colored fabric that partially covers his chest and back in a sort of habit. Underneath the blue garb, you catch a glimpse of polished scale and leather armor, which hints that there might be more to him as a combatant. Strapped tightly across his chest slopes a brown leather bandolier adorned with small pouches and a modest leather pauldron atop his left shoulder that are engraved with the decorative symbols of his people and his culture. Over and behind the same shoulder, you see the top fletchings of many arrows sheathed tightly in an ornate leather quiver that is strapped at his back. He's also holding a magnificently beautiful wooden longbow that's expertly crafted from native trees to his home. Peeking over his right shoulder, there seem to be hilts of two thin twin blades. The metal pommels are glinting in the sunlight. Covering his wrists are leather bracers, strapped tightly with laces and buckles. Perhaps milling around the crowds, you see people that are dressed in similar outfits, especially with the swell of the populace to come see the participants in the fabled tourneys. However, the most obvious aspect that sets this man apart from any of the other spectators, participants, or passersby is his inherently distinct racial traits. His bare arms are rich light blue skin tone. They're decorated with ornately tattooed images of two deities that some might recognize at a glance. His right arm is covered with an artistic depiction of a powerful being, half man and half sea creature, rising from the storm-thrashed waves and wielding a mighty trident. On his left arm stands a beautiful woman rising from the water. Her face is covered in a veil and her hair is cascading down to form the very water in which she emerges. One is a powerful image of chaos, the other is calm and serene. However, it's not only his blue-hued skin that sets him apart, but his tall and lean stature carries him nearly a head taller than most of the others around. Atop his broad shoulders sits a distinctly elongated head with large almond-shaped eyes and sharp, beautiful facial features, even for a man. He has long black hair that falls down around his shoulders and his back. He stands tall and proud before his opponent, his striking aqua-colored eyes taking her in, judging eyes that appear to be sizing her up and determining her quality. His face is stern and unmoving while he looks her up and down for a brief moment, and then raises his eyebrow as a smile curves up the side of his lips.
Wow, we definitely rolled a nat 20 on that perception check.
Had to make it good.
Yeah. All right. Nim, describe your character, please.
Okay, Nim has pointy ears and a slender build typical of a sylvan elf. She's taller than most. She has a mane of ginger hair, the color of crackling fire, and violet eyes, startling against her pale, translucent skin. She wears boots, leather pants, and chainmail. In her right hand, she holds a long sword, a little too big and unwieldy for her frame. You'll actually need to see her fight to see if she can actually even wield it properly. On her arm, she sports a tattoo of a wolf, crudely drawn, even childlike. As to her age, if you take a guess, it's probably mid-adult. But you don't know, she's an elf.
Yes. Nice description. Nihilus, you came on top of the turn order. How are you going to start off?
Boy.
All right, he's going to look at his opponent. He's just going to bow and say, Kaisho and well met, Sylvan. I mean, you do no disrespect, but attorney's attorney, and I'm here to participate, so let's have at it. And he's going to, I guess as he would do, run back. He's got a movement of 30, so back towards the obstacles behind him and try to get a little bit of cover.
Okay. Which obstacle do you want to run behind? What do you guys want to smooth the character over?
On the screen, probably the one to his left.
Okay.
Other side. Yeah. Other way. Just like straight. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Taking a little bit of cover behind that barrel.
Yep. And
Okay.
he is going to... Yeah, I guess he's just going to take a shot at her with his longbow.
All right. Take your best shot. Killer.
So he's rolling good so far. That's a 24 to hit.
Wow. Is it hitting him?
Yep.
Roll damage.
Wow. I'm sorry, Kim. He's starting strong. So that was an 8 on his D8. Plus 3 is an 11.
Okay.
Wow.
Pretty solid shot.
Also, I'm sorry. On top of that, he's also able to focus his ire a little bit, and in his mind mark his target, and he's with favored foe. He's going to get an extra 4 damage.
So what is that total?
15?
For a total of 15?
Nim's unconscious.
Wow, so quick. So with one shot, as Nihilus goes a tactical retreat back behind the barrels to gain some cover, sending his arrow deep through Nim's breast. She goes down, blood just sputtering out over her armor and onto the ground. The crowd, silent at the sudden display of such violence, suddenly erupts in great cheers for the Atlantean, who just felled his opponent with one strike. Dorman seems a little bit taken aback. He looks at the crowd, he looks at you, he looks at her, clearly surprised, wasn't expecting that the combat would end so quickly. And he rushes over to where Nim lies, and he looks closely, peering at you. Make it a save, Nim.
Uh, 17.
17? Okay, that's one save. He kind of stands up with a nod. He turns his gaze to the crowd that now stands quiet and anxious in anticipation. And he pulls a red flag from his belt loop and points it back toward Nihilus. We have a winner! And then the crowd explodes with cheers and adulation for the victor. No surprise, but not official until he calls it out. He starts to trot back toward the exit to the arena, back toward where the bunkers are, where the other gladiators are waiting, competitors, but stops short and returns back to Nim. Oh, sorry, old girl, almost forgot. He pulls a small vial, containing a shimmering red liquid from his pocket, and very unceremoniously just pulls her head back and pours it into your mouth. Nim, you receive 2d4 plus 2 health as your wounds begin to close, cauterize, heal, and within moments you come back to consciousness. Your eyes just flutter open wide. Dorbin smiles down at you broadly. Well, welcome back. That'll take care of your injuries, but I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for your wounded ego. Now, back to the bunker with you.
Nim wanders off back to the bunker, very embarrassed.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kim.
I know, he's not at all.
When you both get back to the bunker, you're met with hearty congratulations and commiserations by a dozen or more other combatants waiting their turn in the ring. What would you like to do as the two of you get back amongst the rest of the group?
I think Nim is just going to slink off into the corner and just bow her head in disgrace.
Right.
Nihilus will go over to her and console her if she's accepting of it, and congratulate her on a well-fought match, and just say that he wasn't expecting to get such a clean shot off so early, but he respects and admires the Sylvan Elf and her prowess, and is very thankful that she wasn't able to get a go at him.
To be fair, you did come in second.
As you're speaking, Nihilus, you feel the heavy push, and you look over and you see a Dvergadvorf standing next to you, and he seems not completely sober at the moment. He's, in fact, he's carrying a very large mug, probably twice the size of this one, just sloshes with ale. Hey, you did all right out there. Can't wait for my chance at ya. He just kind of cackles. Stares very blurry-eyed at you for a moment. Sylvan, what can I expect of him? Just kind of turns and begins to walk away.
I like him.
A few moments later, the ringmaster returns in somewhat of a panic. Behind him, you can see what appear to be jugglers and acrobats that are entertaining the crowd during the intermission between fights. We've got a small problem. Seems there's an event scheduled next that I must have overlooked. The other side is already in the south bunker, eager to get going. So we're going to have to put together a team real quick. And good news is, there's a 500 gold purse for you if you win. Takes a deep, uncertain breath. All right, you there? He points to Nihilus. Obvious choice. I almost forgot. And he tosses you a small silver medallion looks like it's on a leather thong. There's writing on the medallion. Assuming you take it, he looks over at Nim, looking rather abashed. And you, why not? You know, another chance that you get, maybe you can redeem yourself. What do you think?
I'm in.
Good, girl. You Sylvan are always so... Well, anyway, so, we'll need 3 more. He looks over, pointing at Styx. You there, what's your name? Come on.
They call me Styx. 500 gold purse sounds good to me.
You can go ahead and describe your character if you like.
Before you all stands a human, about average height, with dark shaggy hair and sharp facial features. His skin is a little sun-deprived, and he has a frail stature, but he doesn't look ill or incapable in any way. He's hunched down slightly, not from a deformity or anything like that, but because he appears like he's going to pounce and spring forward at any moment. His gaze is constantly darting around the room, as if he's taken everything in but can't decide where to fix his gaze. Or perhaps he just can't decide who he can trust. He's wearing dark leather armor with a long black hooded cloak. On the chest of his armor is an emblem of a dog running over flames and sword blades. He has various pouches, a rapier on his left hip, a short sword on his right. And while you don't see any other weapons, he looks like the type that would have other weapons hidden elsewhere.
No doubt. You'll fit in just fine. You look scary. How about you? He points over to Hildy. What's your name?
Oh, hello, dear. I'm Hildy.
Go ahead and describe your character.
Though the many wrinkles and furrows lining her face betray her as very well aged, at 6 foot 6 inches, Hildy literally stands head and shoulders above most of the people in the room around you. Her robe was once black, but has now faded to gray, covered with patches. The hem of it looks ragged, as if it's been dragging on the street. She wears a bright red hooded shawl up on her shoulders, and a rope belt covered with beads and 3 human skulls. She does walk with a tall staff topped with antlers, and even though she leans on the staff, she seems pretty sure-footed even without it, and there is a short sword at her hip. She constantly darts her eyes around the room, but it seems more observational than a nervous energy. Perhaps the weirdest thing about her, though, is that she seems to exude a slight green luminescence that trails behind her as she walks forward to shake his hand.
He reaches out very hesitantly and shakes her hand, and you notice that he's got...
Oh, that's quite a grip you've got, dear.
Jerks it back quickly, and you notice that with his other hand, he's got a white handkerchief all ready to wipe his hand clean, at least symbolically, after he retracts it. All right, and finally, who else? All right, gesturing over to Jolo. What do you call yourself?
I am Jolo the Enlightened.
Go ahead and describe your character.
Before them stands a man. No, that's not quite right. Before them stands a living ideal. One who embodies the very epitome of what it means to be a man. Although quite young, perhaps in his late teens or early 20s, this platonic example of masculinity already possesses the total package. His rugged good looks, his soft, silky mustache, and his long, luxurious brown hair command attention. But his piercing green eyes don't make direct contact with anyone. Instead, they look past his new companions, as if his attention is simply too much for any of them to endure. His radiant beauty is bolstered by the scent of lavender, with tasteful notes of sandalwood, while his lithe form is accentuated by his long flowing clothes of white linen and gold. Although not all of his clothes are long and flowing, his cloak certainly is such, but his pants are incongruously tight at the crotch. He looks ready and eager to speak, as if ready to impart great wisdom onto this world. Interestingly, no one seems to be mentioning the issue with his pants.
That's good news. Okay. He kind of looks you up and down and looks at the rest of you. All right. Make ready. I'll call you momentarily. Dorban scurries out to the middle of the ring, shooing away the jugglers and the acrobats. You see him heading over to the south bunker on the other side of the arena, as the crowd is speaking in nervous anticipation as to what might come next.
We can hardly wait to see what comes next.
So, before long, he returns back to the center of the ring and seems to be more nervous than he was previously. And you can tell by his mannerisms, just passively, that he's fidgeting a bit, and his voice is not quite as strong and confident as it was earlier when he was playing off the crowd and knew. I thought he knew, at least at the time, exactly what he had, going on with Nim and Nihilus. Perhaps shaken by that, perhaps shaken by the fact that he had made a terrible mistake in not preparing for the second team to go up against whatever is waiting for you in the south bunker. He addresses the crowd. My lords and ladies, a truly special event do we have for your eager eyes. Hailing from the Isles of Gades comes a decorated Sylvan gladiator prepared to dazzle you with his brilliant agility and jaw-dropping displays with his blade. I give you the Sylvan Sentinel. A slow rumbling of hooves echoes from the bunker on the opposite side of the ring before a huge centaur appears, wearing a shining chainmail shirt that glimmers silver in the sunlight, and he carries a massive long-bladed pike. He appears stern and determined, with an air of absolute confidence. The crowd, as they see him appear from the darkness, cheer wildly.
I don't like this.
It's okay, I have a plan. As he strikes you down, I'll keep healing you up. We'll wear him down from attrition.
Yeah, I'm gonna whisper to Jolo. The one with the red hair is probably gonna go down fast again, and then the old lady's probably gonna go down second.
Oh dear, I go down very quickly.
Ravik, how far is it away from us?
Oh yeah, you guys are still in the north bunker. He's just coming out of the south bunker into the arena. As this is happening, he's getting up almost toward the centaur is getting up almost toward the center of the arena when the ringmaster glances back nervously over to your bunker before he continues.
Just one center?
Just one centaur. And from places afar, or maybe closer, I bring you the challengers, a diverse group of newcomers to the tourney scene, eager enough to show their intrepid skills in battle. I present to you these guys. And he just listens urgently for you to come into the ring.
And Nim is going to move forward and straight up to the centaur.
Assume we're all going to be on the same. Coming for the
Yep, you guys go ahead and place your figures where you like. Dorban quickly makes his...
You're already hiding behind the barrels?
Yeah. This person is not
way a little bit closer to the center and edge as the centaur is making its way up.
Do you have real sand on that?
It is real sand.
It's
That is
very cool.
Amazing.
Imagine.
Build
It's
a banner.
it's sized appropriately.
Can't wait till we spill it all over the floor.
Yeah, right. All right. So, as you guys emerge from the northern bunker, there's a modest, hesitant clapping, a single hooray from the crowd. And then things kind of get suddenly quiet again. This is an arena with hundreds of people in it. So when they cheer, it's loud. When they're quiet, you can hear the cheers from the other arenas and fighting circles throughout the city and even beyond the walls, where there are large fighting circles, pits, and of course the Colosseum itself is not far away. As you meet in the center of the circle, the ringmaster quickly reminds everyone of the rules. All right, so no flying or levitating over 20 feet high, no area spells spilling into the crowd, can't have that, no summoning creatures to aid you, and absolutely no magic or psionics that would affect structures. Got it? He's looking at you guys first.
No problem here.
no centaurs, right?
Hildy crosses her fingers behind her back.
I mean, kind of tentatively just glances over at the centaur and he just nods. But as he does so, he seems to have his attention focused on Nihilus as he steps up, towering over even the Atlantean. I have a question. The ringmaster glances over. Yes, what is it? I smashed this one's head in. I suppose, if you feel it's necessary, but remember, this isn't a battle to the death. whatever.
Does that mean we can eat him if we win?
I'm gonna kill that one first. You changed my mind, old lady.
I'm going to step a few feet away from Hildy.
And he just kind of backs up a little back to his original position. To your places, then. The ringmaster gestures with a white cloth to markers posted on the opposite sides of the ring. When this silken cloth finds its way to the ground, the match will begin. You watch as the ringmaster moves to the extreme side of the ring, holds the cloth aloft. You can hear the roar of the crowds from the other tourney circles around Lion's Gate. While here, the crowd is silent, holding its breath. Then the silk is falling once again, almost as if in slow motion. Roll initiative.
Nice. Oh, even better.
Not a nat 20.
You could say I'm a natural, or my die, either way.
Okay. Anybody over 20? We're first level characters.
24?
Anybody over 15?
24.
24? You
Got
roll
a natural 20
plus
over here.
5.
Okay, all right. All right,
20. I don't know why it's not above me.
Sticks. Yeah, I know. No, he did. I said it wasn't a nat 20.
No, sorry. It's plus 3, not plus 5. That's my 2.
Okay, 22.
22, sorry.
All right.
Rogue
Getting too anxious.
character.
Okay, anybody over 15?
I got 18.
Okay, Nihilus.
I don't want to go first.
Okay, anybody over 10?
14.
Okay, then we have Hildy. All right, and over 5?
6.
6, okay, we got Nim. What did you roll, Jolo?
I got natural 20, I told you.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Natural 20. So that actually puts you at the very top, if you rolled a natural 20. And
I like that.
somehow, the Centaur managed to roll at the bottom of the turn order. So, just to remind everybody, we are using critical hits and critical fails. If you roll a 20 or you roll a 1 on an attack, then you're going to roll a 30-sided dice, and we're going to see what happens. There are no instant kill rules, so don't worry about that. You're not going to have your severed head roll across the field of battle, at least not on a natural 1. But as you'll see, there could certainly be some good things and bad things happening depending on what you roll. So, top of the turn order, Jolo, you see the very eagerly awaiting Centaur glancing at you, not taking you very seriously at the moment. It doesn't seem as he seems more than focusing his ire on Hildy.
Well, I'd hate to distract him from this, but I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, he said he was going to bash someone's brain in, so that means he's probably not a nice guy. Kind of low charisma. I'm going to move just enough so I can get within 30 feet of him. Let's see. Where am I here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Does that put you in range?
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yep.
Okay, and what are you going to do?
So since he has such low charisma, I'm hoping, maybe you want to give me a hint? I'm going to cast Bane on him in the hopes of destroying him before anything even starts.
Okay, and you're rolling with a DC, or I'm rolling with a DC what?
Charisma 13 is what I have.
Ooh. Seems to have failed. So that gives him 1d4 negative against his attacks and saves, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
And now everybody else will rush to protect me since I'm in the open, of course. Of course, stare back at my friends.
That's it for Jolo?
Yeah, I just kind of point to Mr. Blueberry and say, help me, help me!
All right, that brings you up, Styx. What are you going to do?
Styx is going to 15, and he's going to let loose a firebolt.
Okay.
Which 9. I'll use the luck point.
Yeah, you'll need it.
14.
14 does manage to hit.
All right. 10,
Sticks and stones will break his bones, right?
So 4 points of damage.
Okay, so that firebolt manages to impact his upper chest. You see him kind of growl as he gets hit by it. The silver chain armor just kind of lighting up, infused with the fire for a moment before it cools down, and you can see the scorch mark left by it. But he seems quite all right. Anything else, Sticks?
Look at his dagger and go, don't worry, your turn's next. And then I'll look to Jolo and go, don't worry, I got a plan, and I'll stand right behind him.
Okay. That brings up Nihilus, the Atlantean. What are you doing?
He's about, 50 feet from Nim and I?
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah. 30 feet from Jolo, so that is going to be right around 45, 50 feet, yep.
Okay, Nihilus is going to stride forward with his long, lean legs about 20 feet.
Okay.
As he's walking, he's going to unhook a length of rope that's tied to the side of his backpack. It's got a grappling hook hanging from it. And he's going to swing the grappling hook around and try to lasso against the centaur's legs with the grappling hook.
Okay, so you're attempting a grapple maneuver.
From range, yeah, sure.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. This is not a strength contest at this point, as you don't have him grappled. You basically have to hit him with your grappling hook. So go ahead and make your attempt. Now, are you proficient with a grappling hook? I doubt it. Okay.
How do you get that? I don't know.
So basically, you're using it as an improvised weapon, except you're trying to grapple, correct? Or at least like tie him up a little bit, you know? Okay, got it. Yep, so make your attack without your proficiency.
He is an AT-AT, and I'm in my A-wing, and I rolled a 16.
You managed to do so. All right, so that's gonna... All right, so you managed to get the grappling hook. It hits him, and you rolled well enough. That was some skill. You managed to get it kind of swinging around his legs, so he doesn't fall over. It's not tied or overly tight at this point, but it's definitely got him kind of caught up in the rope as it has been. As it swings around the lower portion of his legs. This kind of, you see a very miffed look on his face as he realizes that he's been, effectively loosely grappled. You're holding on to the other end. Is it long enough?
Yeah, it's 50 feet of length of rope, so with the remaining 10 feet of my movement, can I just hurl it over my shoulder and try to pull back 10 feet?
Yeah, I'll give you a free action just to kind of pull it taut as you move. Yep. Okay, so go ahead and move him back 10 feet.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll move back about as far as I can, which, is 10 feet.
Okay, and I'm going to make him roll a dex save with his Bane. Wow. So, Nihilus is having some luck tonight as he goes shuffling backwards, holding the rope, pulling it tight. It's caught the centaur in just the right angle and with just the right proportionality around his legs, that when he pulls it tight, he kind of stumbles, and you see him fall flat prone. His front legs being pulled out in front of him as his back legs are kind of like splayed behind as he's dragged forward just a little bit.
I think your plan worked.
Told you I had a plan.
Okay,
Forgive
Hildy.
me, noble creature.
Hildy, what are you going to do?
Hildy is going to unleash some insults in the form of vicious mockery. You're hung like a hobby horse.
Okay.
So that'll be intelligence versus 12.
Wow, he fails.
Nice. He's going to take 3 psychic,
Okay.
and his next attack roll will be at disadvantage. I'm then going to take my move rate and get behind these barrels because I don't like the idea of being out there with a pissed off centaur.
Okay, you see him wince, from the pain of the psychic damage, struggling, in these ropes that are kind of looped around his legs at this point. Anything else, Hildy?
No.
Okay, brings up Nim.
Nim is still 50 feet away from the centaur.
Right. Yep. This is your opportunity to move if you like. He is prone.
Yeah, I'm going to move 30 feet towards him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say, Tosh, fellow Sylvan. I'm Nimelea Tathlon of Avalon City in the Sylvan Kingdom, and I'm going to pull out my javelin and throw it at him.
Okay. He just responds as you do. Fuck's sake. As your javelin comes toward him. Go ahead and make your attack roll, please. You have advantage. He is prone.
Okay.
Ravik, how rules lawyery do you want me to be?
I don't know. Did we miss something?
She would have disadvantage if she's doing ranged against a prone creature.
Oh, I thought she had advantage against a prone creature. Oh, well.
Melee does. Ranged has disadvantage.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
right.
Kim.
You are correct. Yep. Sorry, Kim.
I'm winning fights, but I'm losing friends.
I don't think so.
Wasn't that a book in the 70s?
So at range, you are rolling a disadvantage. What'd you roll?
I can't remember what I rolled the first one. It was under 10, so it'll be maybe 12.
Okay. Did you roll a second time?
I did. My second one was 20.
Okay, so if your
But
first
a
roll...
disadvantage.
Yep, but if your first roll was 12, you hit him.
I hit him at 12?
Yeah, you hit him with 12.
Wow. Okay. Okay. This is 3. That is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay. All right, he takes the hit as he just kind of skewers him as he's down. You see it penetrate his thick hide. Fucking elves.
Oh, that looks like it hurt.
Anything else?
I'm going to stay where I am.
Nim. I can't remember the right name. So many campaigns. All right. So that brings us finally to the centaur, who is has been poked and dragged down to the ground, and the whole time there are just gasps, and just these exclamations of absolute surprise as what's happening here in this first round. It's clear that the crowd was, maybe they were on your side, but you were clearly the underdog. Now you're getting a few applause, you're getting a few hoorays, you're getting the crowd is kind of coming alive for your group. But Nihilus is holding the other end of a rope that's attached to a centaur. It's quite large. This centaur is going to attempt to get up and attempt to jerk Nihilus toward him. So that's going to be a strength contest. Roll your athletics.
This isn't a save, right? This is just athletics.
Yeah, just athletics.
Okay. 11.
Okay. The sensational strength of this creature is not lost on you as you are jerked backwards. You can free action let the rope go, or you can hold on to it. What are you going to do?
Well, how far am I getting jerked? Just to the ground? I mean, he can't.
Well, right now
he
you
can't
just know
hold
you're
me
being
50
jerked
feet.
by this huge creature that's getting up, using half its movement to get up, and it has successfully, it's pulling. So you can either hold on and get dragged toward it, or let it go.
He'll hold on. Why not?
Okay, make a dex save.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so you manage to stay on your feet as he pulls you forward with his movement. He's moving. Let's see. He's got a little bit of movement left. Actually, a good bit of movement left. And so because he's dragging you, he only has half movement. This.
And half.
Didn't he
Okay.
use half movement to get up?
So,
Yep.
So he's down to a quarter.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's able to move
You didn't do the math.
I did.
just up here, pulling you 10 feet closer. And
If he's moving forward, how is he pulling me forward?
he's pulling the rope.
Okay.
He's jerking the rope. He's like dragging you with him as he's pulling the rope, taking up the slack and pulling with as he goes forward. He's a clear intent that, with that strength contest that he was, attempting to drag you toward him. So he's back on his feet, and basically you guys are attached by a rope. Now, he's still, 15 feet away from Jolo?
Why are you laughing?
What are you doing right now? Are you crying or?
So he's unable to reach you, and he's used his actions, he's used his movement, so he's got nothing left to do at this point. So we're going to go to the top of the round with Jolo. With this thing bearing down on you. I mean, he's coming toward in your general specific direction.
I think there were two other people he wanted to kill more than me, but that's fine. I'm already protecting this guy over here. I've been kind of watching the crowd, making sure that they see all the great stuff I'm doing, but I've been listening to the centaur. He's saying some naughty words, which offend my ears. So I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
And since he's already been injured, this is going to be a massive 1d12. I can feel it.
So Jolo's mini has his arms wide open. Is that like "come at me, bro," or like?
I think so.
No, go
That's
away.
how I take it. He fails.
He's saying not in the
He
face.
fails. Wow.
Of course he has the -4, right?
Yeah, he's got that bane.
Oh,
Nice.
Here it comes. I can feel it. I'm going to take him down right now. 7.
7 points. Okay. So the bell echoes around the arena. You hear the crowd kind of react with a whoa as this massive reverberation of a bell sounds throughout, and you see the centaur just clutching his head and in pain, still holding onto the rope. Anything else from Jolo?
Yes. Jolo, it may not be apparent, he's not just all good looks. He is a man of scholarship, and he's going to take a lesson from his friend over here. He also has a plan. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, no, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That looks pretty good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, oops, 30. There you go. And he is now just watching from afar, having done his bit.
All right, good job. Styx.
my turn now. He's gonna say to everybody, "Let him come to you."
Wait, what?
He's gonna let him come to you. He's gonna
No.
run up. 15. And he's gonna cast Booming Blade.
Okay.
And he's gonna try to hit him with his, I guess his rapier. Plus 17.
17 hits.
All right. So I get no backstab, right? Because no one's on him.
Right, yep, he's all alone out there.
5 points.
Okay, plus the damage from the booming blade.
Booming Blade is only if he moves.
Oh, okay, when he moves, that's right.
So then I will let him. I don't have cunning action yet, so I'll let him try to take a swing.
Okay, he will do so. And he'll take an angry swing.
And maybe I'll use maybe I'll use shield.
Well, he does have Bane, even on this. So... it's still an 18.
And I will shield. And he will miss.
Okay, so an 18 will miss with your AC, which is 15. Okay.
It's actually 14.
14?
Yeah, that was right.
Okay. All right, but it still does it. All right, so you're good there. Nihilus.
All right, so realizing that he probably, by the grace of Pontus, got lucky on that first shot, that he's no competition in strength against this, so he's going to drop the rope, and he's going to retreat back 30 feet and take a shot with his longbow.
Okay.
So just 30 feet back towards those crates.
25 right here. Unless you want more.
Perfect.
Great.
24 to hit.
That hits.
10 plus. He's going to use his second occasion of favored foe, so a total of 12 piercing damage.
Okay. With the impact of the arrow, he stumbles a bit. That drives deep into his flank. You watch as he bleeds out, begins to bleed, rather profusely from the wound, as if you might have hit an artery or something. He's definitely looks a little bit paler for the moment as he takes that strike. Anything else from Nihilus?
That's it. He's just going to give a slight bow in respect to him from behind the cover of those crates.
Okay. All right, Hildy.
Hildy's gonna stay where she is behind the barrels, but she's gonna whisper a jaunty little tune. Oh, a horse is a horse, of course, of course. Dissonant whispers.
Okay.
Wisdom save at 12.
Yep. Nat 1.
Ooh, nat 1.
Yeah, Nat 1. Yeah.
You're on fire tonight, Ravik. I hope you keep it up.
I don't think I've rolled above 10, so it's crazy.
This is great.
Good by me.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So he's gonna take 12 points psychic,
Okay.
and he has to move as far away from me as he can.
The
Okay.
moment he moves, takes another 6.
Yeah. So as the pain, excruciating, overwhelming, you can see it on his face. You see the sweat. Actually, he sweats blood from just you see with the veins just exploding, on his face, bulging wildly from the pain that's happening inside his head. Stumbles a bit in an attempt to flee, forced to flee because of the spell, and then as he does so, maybe part of it's tripping over the rope that's still loosely around his legs. He drops the rope as he goes splayed forward once again, but tilts over to the side. And you see the massive body of the horse part, of course, just kind of skids through the sand. But the upper portion, the sylvan portion, with the arms, just kind of goes limp. And he watches his head thud very heavily against the sandy ground, tossing up a bit of it into the air to kind of a pinkish, sandy mist. The crowd is quiet as the ringmaster rushes forward, gazing down at the centaur, his eyes big as saucers. I can't believe it! He pulls out a red flag and he points it toward the centaur. The crowd begins to cheer wildly. Look! They're cheering! Could these 5 be champions in the making? Time will tell, don't you know? Time will tell. Now, does any of you need healing? After I take care of the centaur?
He does.
Yeah, he does, definitely, most certainly. Okay.
Nim's gonna move up to the centaur and just give him a hand to help him up.
Well, he's unconscious at the moment. So
Then she's gonna put healing hands on him.
Okay, all right. So
Lay on hands.
So as Ringmaster gets up there with his shimmering red vial of liquid that you know is a healing potion, you walk up and place your hands, healing the wounds, some of the wounds anyway. How much healing does it do?
5.
5? Okay. So you see a few of the wounds, not many of them, but a few of them seem to heal, and you see breath come back into his chest as he stirs. The ringmaster kind of steps back a little bit, still holding the vial of potion. Would you like this too? The centaur.
I'm gonna hold out my hand and lift him up as well.
He kind of weakly slaps it away as he struggles to get up, but he does manage to get up on his own. Very proud centaur.
And he wasn't going to bash his brains in, apparently.
You see Snoop's look at his dagger and go, another one down. Another step closer.
And just barely, although he says it, the crowd is still going crazy and is very loud in the arena. But passively, Nim, you can hear him. You did well, sister. And he just slowly starts to plod back toward the southern bunker. Congratulations! Drinks! Drinks! Please!
Gold. Where's our gold?
That's more important than the gold.
I'm sure you all want to meet these new heroes at the taverns later, no doubt. But for now, we've got more championships to bring you. Well, championships at an amateur level. But hey, that was pretty exciting. And he kind of just gestures for you to go back to the southern bunker, the northern bunker.
Go back where we came from.
Heading to the northern bunker.
As you all gather in the bunker, you have a moment to relax and just kind of look around. You see, there are, again, dozens of other combatants here. Some, you've had a chance to chat with while you're waiting. You haven't been here very long. And the time that you have been here, you've been very, very busy. But the dwarf, the one fellow, he's chosen as one of the next combatants. You see him kind of sauntering out, not exactly in complete control of the direction that he's going in. As he stumbles onto the battlefield, he's facing what appear to be a trio of armored humans, and the battle gets underway after some words from the ringmaster himself, of course. As you sit there, awaiting the next event, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we will see what's in store next for our brave adventurers.
Yeah.
right, so welcome back. We have had a very interesting and exciting time in the arena so far, as Nim was at very unexpectedly and violently struck down with one blow from Nihilus in our first event, but then helped redeem herself and put a rather good stain on the entire group as you took down the Centaur rather quickly, not taking a single blow from the very arrogant, confident fellow who was quite a powerful foe. You guys handled that great. And you found yourselves back in the northern bunker, resting for the moment as the drunken dwarf is now out competing against 3 fully armored humans and seems to be getting the best of them so far as the ringmaster makes his way back into the bunker with you.
Hildy will walk over to the very gorgeous cleric.
Am I a cleric?
You cast clerical spells.
That may have been a clerical error.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, can I stab him?
Please.
Oh dear. I just wanted to say how proud I was of what you did out there.
She'll stroke his long hair.
I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy. I'm gonna start shaking the ground harmlessly, not destroying the building. Just kind of walk back. Maybe you don't want to do that.
Oh, interesting.
Dorman kind of turns around as you do that. He feels, what's going on? None of that? No structural contrivances that may affect what's happening here in the arena? We don't want it falling in on us.
There are many things we don't want, so we'll stay away from both of them, I think. I change my eye color to red and just stare straight at her.
Oh, I like
The full force of my vision.
So Hildy does have 3 skulls on her belt, right?
She does. There is a large one, a medium one, and a little baby one.
I'm gonna look at Hildy and go, where'd you get those?
Well, when I was a little girl, I was wandering in the woods and I found a cottage. And I went inside, and there were these 3 bowls of, I don't know, porridge maybe. And I tried one, and I forget, what was I saying? Oh, and it was too hot, so I just could not eat that. And then I tried the medium-sized bowl, and it was too cold, so I definitely didn't want to eat that. And then the last bowl, it was very small, but it was just right, and I ate it all up. But then 3 bandits came in, and I killed them.
Just out of curiosity, does she have a spot for a 4th skull, or are you kind of full up at this point?
Well,
She starts to lift her.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
As you're speaking, you see what looks like a young page rush into the bunker, down the steps, and into the bunker, and hand a note to Dorban. Dorban seems annoyed at the distraction as he's watching the battle unfold closely and awaiting the next introduction of the next team once this one is completed out. And just kind of nonchalantly, hardly giving it any importance at all, unrolls the small scroll and takes a glance down to it, and then takes another glance down to it as he almost breaks his neck with a double take, looking back at the scroll as he opens it up. You see his complexion pale a bit as he reads, his eyes scanning the document over and over and over. And then he seems to crumple it up and shove it in a pocket. Slowly he turns and looks over at you. About that reward, why don't we take care of that now? I've got, it's 500 gold, I think, that we discussed. And obviously we don't keep it around here, so why don't you come down with me to the breaker room, where we will dispense with that, and we need to hurry so that I can, get back up here to complete. Get ready for the next event that'll be taking place very soon. Dwarf. He seems to be. You see, there's at least one human down now. Another one's like crawling through the sand, and he's got his foot on top of him, and he's swinging at the third. Won't be long. So please follow me quickly. And he starts to head down toward a wooden stairway.
Can I do an insight check to see if he might be a little shifty there?
Yeah,
I was going
absolutely.
to ask, is his nervous energy is pronounced?
I want to know, did I see which pocket he put the note in?
You did.
18.
He seems extraordinarily nervous. You don't get.
I was going to ask, what did the note say?
Oh, you're asking Dorban.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Things happen all the time. This is inconveniences and unexpected happenings and so forth. We've kind of like what happened with you earlier. I didn't have a team ready. I had to put a team together, and the Centaur. I fully expected him to just totally destroy you, but he didn't. And you did a great job, and the crowd just went wild. It's wonderful, but. I've got another challenge that I've got to deal with, and so please, let's hurry. Let's get your gold underway, and get you rested for your next match. Perhaps we'll put you in a team like you were before. You did so well. We can get you in a team, and I'll see what I can match up for you later in the day. Okay?
I'll insight that.
Okay.
Ooh, natural one.
That one. It seems perfectly believable. I mean, he's definitely nervous. It's clear, but he's
I went from eyeing his pocket to just good nodding and going.
So do you guys follow him?
Yeah.
Nim's going to keep looking at his pocket and do a sideways glance at Styx and then move forward.
A sideways glance. Would I know what that means?
Roll perception.
Ooh, definitely got that one. 18 plus 20.
Yeah, you see her eyes, a meaningful pause on Dorban's, the area of his clothing where the pocket is, and then as it shifts back over to you, you're pretty sure that she wants you to make an effort to take it.
I will make an attempt.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Nice. 17.
Okay, so as nervous as he is, as he's going down the stairway, you behind him, kind of jostle him a bit perhaps, or just very slyly you pull at the edge of the crumpled paper that's just at the edge of his pocket as he quickly put it back in there, and it's in your hand.
I will pass it back to Nim.
Okay. So pretty much have a marching order at this point, with Dorban going down first, and then Styx, and then Nim, and then the rest of you following down behind.
I'll be behind Gola.
Okay.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Very quickly, the stair ends like 10 feet. It's not a very long stairway, 10 feet down, and it ends at a door. And he doesn't pull keys or anything. He just simply grabs the latch, slowly, almost cautiously begins to open it. Now, at this point, he doesn't go in. He's opening it for you to go in.
What do we see in there?
Looks like a dim room. There is some light cascading from toward the top of the room, as if there's windows, but they're kind of out of sight. Just based on where you were in the arena, there was kind of sunken a little bit, but not completely in the ground. But this room going down, you must be sunken a little bit under the earth. But it does seem like there's some filtered light, maybe some either a natural light source, probably a window or something inside. And it seems rather dusty and hazy. There also seems to be the flicker of a candle that you can see beyond Dorban. The edge of a table, a small table, and then next to the table there's a chair, and you can see the ruffled edges of pants that rise up above long socks that lead down to shoes that are highly polished, buckles on them, and looks like just from that, it looks like it's probably a very heavy-set man or large person, man, woman, who knows, with a humanoid that's sitting in the chair, but you can't see any of their features, but they seem to be sitting in a casual way.
So Nim's right behind me.
Yes.
So I will go. Ladies first.
Oh, thank you, dear. But I'm back here behind the little one. Oh, you meant the
walk straight past everybody and go into the room.
Hildy will then push past everybody and follow Nim in.
Thank you, dear. You're very polite.
Does everybody follow inside?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Nihilus will bring up the rear, being cautious and keeping a steady eye about.
Okay.
My hand is going to be resting on my hilt, though.
Wasn't he
No, that's
nice
being the last
dear?
one. As you walk through the door, Dorbin kind of, you catch his eye. It doesn't seem intentional, but as you just kind of incidentally catch his eye, he just kind of gives you this look and then slowly closes the door.
Can I stick my heel back to keep it from closing all the way?
Yeah.
Can I just look to Nim and say, why don't you see what that note from your friend says?
Oh, well,
Once the door's shut. Or
The
almost
door's not shut.
as you guys have entered the room, you can now fully see the individual. There are indeed dirty windows that are at the top, that filter, at the top of the room, very narrow, that filter some of the light in from the outside. You can see shadows moving outside them. You can't really see anything clearly beyond. The dirt just obscures everything. And they're barred as well. There's a single candle that illuminates the chamber. Aside from that sits on that small table, and you see more fully the chair occupied by this very obese man, wearing fine tailored clothing with decorative frills and filigree. His head is shaved bald over dark eyebrows. He has a passive smile as he sits there patiently watching you all enter. He's probably in his 60s, but his weight has kind of stretched his skin a little bit, and he's thrumming his fingers just casually on the table itself. He doesn't seem to be carrying any obvious weapons, nothing in his hands. You don't see a sword, from his belt or anything like that, where he's sitting. And as soon as you have all entered and Nihilus kind of puts his heel back to catch the door, he says, well, there you are. There you are. A battle of yours. It was a bit like watching geese fuck. Have you ever seen birds procreate?
I've seen ducks.
I'm not really asking. It's a fucking mess. I eat birds. It reminds me of a situation I had with birds a long time ago in Ease. Anyway, no time for that now. He just kind of peers at you as if uncertain about something.
Keep talking about birds. What about our bill?
Yeah, you owe us some coin.
I owe you coin? What the fuck are you talking about? I owe you coin.
Dorman said we'd come down here to get paid.
Oh yeah, he just wanted to get you down here to see me. I'm sure he'll pay you, don't worry.
While he's talking, can Nim just turn her back on him and quickly take a look at the note? She does have dark vision, so she should be able to see it.
Yes. And you don't even need dark vision. It's not dark in here. I mean, it's dim, but it's not dark. Yes. And as you uncrumple the note, you see two lines, very, very simple message that says, the 5 from the last game, take downstairs, and is signed FM. And you see this symbol that looks like an apple with a dagger through it.
Nihilus has no idea what's going on, but Josh does, and he's extremely excited.
Since Styx did not see her read the note, I'm sure he's facing the guy now. He's just shifting back and forth very uncomfortably.
All right.
I just want to get paid.
Yeah, I tell you, we'll take care of that. I'm sure Dorbin's a good guy. He'll take care of that if you say he would. You know? But right now you're here to talk to me. So why don't we get on with it?
Who are you?
Me? You can call me a fat man. Now, don't take that wrong. I mean, I'm not disturbed by that in any way. It's not all denigration on me. I mean, yes, I'm a bit poorly. But the way it worked is it's not an insult or a slight. You got to understand that. You know, Fat Man's my name, is what I go by, and the reason I have it is because my young daughter, a long time ago, she gave me that name. She called me that in a very loving, tender way, and since then that's what I've been known. And so that's why I'm called Fat Man. So don't take it as a derogatory. You understand?
I'm actually never offended when people call each other names.
I'm not really sure why I had to tell you all that. It's just, you know, just sometimes the people just get very nervous and upset about, you know, things like that. And I don't want anybody to think that I was, you know, put upon in any way that I might feel, you know, slighted in the least by someone calling me a fat man. This is what I am. This is what my daughter sees me as, and she loves me for. So that's who I am.
You pay us, we'll call you fat man, corpulent guy.
No.
Have you said hero?
Listen. Listen. All right, let's just get to it.
You're large and in charge.
All right, yes, exactly. Yeah, a friend of mine suggested I find you. Well, not specifically you at the time, but specifically now. You know, all I had to do was look for the most improbable group of misfits in the tourney, and now here you are. But now I wonder if my friend is not my friend at all, strapping me with you lot. Anyway, he said you had to be the ones to find what I need. So guess what? I got a job for you.
Well, what do you need, dear?
I don't even know these people, apart from the blue one who tried to kill me earlier.
Yeah, and she fell pretty quick in the battle.
Yeah.
He actually did, dear.
You should get half his share. The rest of us get the full share.
Yeah, you remember my example of the geese earlier? I think it was geese I spoke
Ducks,
of.
dear, ducks.
No, I don't talk about fucking ducks, all right? So, you would have been the goose, I suppose, in that example.
Oh, will you be the gander?
No, see that.
Golden goose?
Look, it's simple, really. All you need to do is go to the Dormouse, all right? Find the tomb of the king that never was, collect his blood, okay? Now I realize that what we're talking about, you know, a man that was killed and buried on a battlefield a long time ago, but I have confidence that you'll find the tomb easy enough, and that, you know, who knows? My friend assures me the blood is there, so that's it. Any questions?
How much?
How much what?
Why?
How much you gonna pay us?
You mean like...
And why?
All right, one at a time, all right? Look,
You asked if there were questions.
yeah, but let's take it one at a time. So, you want a reward, right? Is that what you're asking me for?
He's talking to you, dear.
And I'm sure we're gonna have traveling expenses, and
Licensing fees.
it's not a closed place, the Dormonts.
Before anyone can so much as flinch, the fat man is out of his chair as he moves swift and silent, standing inches in front of you, Styx. He has a dagger in his hand. The blade is resting on your cheek. I find it rewarding to stick this dagger in your fucking eye. Now imagine if I did that. I mean, let's just say I plucked out your eye. What's that worth? 1,000 gold? A little more maybe? To find someone with a restoration spell to grow it back. And then there's the pain and suffering I think about as well, you know? Well, I could press it a bit further, nick your brain. What's that worth? More restoration spells to stop you from pissing yourself and wandering about not remembering who you are. That sort of thing. And what if I pressed it all the way in? It's got to be worth a lot, right? I mean, you'd be dead. You couldn't complain about it. Maybe your friends here wouldn't want to spend the gold to bring it back. I doubt it. I mean, yeah, I'd have to find someone else to go find that thing for me, and I might lose a friend. But, you know, there's a cost to everything. So you see, in this scenario, what I find rewarding would cost you a lot more than any fucking reward. So why don't we just leave it at that?
So you want us to work for free?
I want you to do what I fucking tell you to do. Alright?
Do I feel like I'd be able to draw my weapon and knock us out, or do I feel like he's right there, like...
I mean, he's got a dagger on your face, and his face is inches from yours, and as he completes a statement, he just kind of flicks his dagger away, disappears into his cloak, but leaves kind of a tear of blood on her cheek. He just smiles and starts to casually back away to sit back in his chair.
So, Fat Man, Nihilus will speak up from the back of the room. I'm assuming you're referring to the first battle of the Dormonts many years ago. Is that right? I'm not aware of there being a tomb. I heard maybe there was a monument there, but...
I sure just had them fucking bring you down by yourself because finally we've got someone I think I might be able to talk to, Lyon. I should have known. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, absolutely. Yes. First battle of Dormonts, I guess, Kingdom never was, all that sort of thing. I don't know what the fuck that means, but, it's up to you and this group of yours to go up there and find what I need.
May I ask what it is you do around here, Fat Man?
I'm not really from here. I'm from the Southern Kingdoms, long way from here, but I have business associates up here in the Western Kingdoms, of course, and I spend quite a lot of time here. My wife made me buy a fucking house in Ease. That's a whole, oh God, that story, I can't even begin to tell you all about that. My daughter, she drives me crazy. She's all over the place, and a lot of her business interests are up here too, and so, I do a lot.
Well, and I do beg your pardon, but to what end are we searching for this blood of the king that never was?
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't really fucking know. It's just that apparently, you just need to go there and get it and follow the signs. And then there's a few other things I can't really talk about because, my friend said that it wasn't something I needed to discuss with anyone else, and I kind of trust what he says. So, we'll just have to keep it at that. Oh, and by the way, he said that if you didn't do what you were supposed to do, I'm just going to fucking kill you all. So, I mean, that was just, it's a simple matter of it. So just throwing that out there.
That doesn't damper on the friendship part of it.
Well, he doesn't have to.
Don't think that would be the wisest of decisions, but I do see the dire sound in your voice.
You just have to understand, I don't understand this completely any better than you do, really. There are things, I'm sure, that are far... I don't even know how to say it. It's just... My friend is someone who knows about things like this, and I trust him. I think he knows what he's doing. If he tells me that something needs to be done, I believe him, and I do what I can to get it done for him. Especially since he doesn't ask very fucking often and think, I really need to do it.
This friend of yours, does he know a lot, many things?
What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, I mean, you know many things? Oh, well, I thought you was a smart one.
You said that this friend of yours knows much more.
Yeah, I'm sure much more than what he's telling me, but I don't press him. I don't give him a hard time. Ask a lot of fucking questions. I just help him out.
I don't suppose I can.
I wonder if there's a chance we could meet this friend of yours if the job is completed.
Probably no, but I don't know. Probably not. He asked me to deal with you. If he wanted to deal with you, he'd come his fucking self.
So he's sitting behind
Why are we even considering this, guys? We're not getting payment. I don't know anybody here. like we've just been abducted, pretty much.
Oh, it's because he said he was going to kill us, dear.
I was not intimidated by that show over there. Not in the
I'm
slightest.
gonna draw my sword and start stepping back towards the door. And say,
I'm gonna pull my sword as well.
And I'm gonna say, I've been threatened before, and I've worked for guys like you. Your intimidations don't scare me.
Oh, yeah.
It scared me, dear.
Cudgel, yeah. You think he's scary, eh? I know Cudgel. It doesn't work for me. Guys like that don't work for me. They die for me. They don't work for me.
When everybody else hears Cudgel, they're gonna see Styx react.
Yeah, I know about all of you. I know where you're from. I know your names. I know what you're doing here, at least as well as you do. Well, for the most part, he kind of looks over at Hildy to see this quizzical look on his face. Well, it's something you need to do. If you follow it to its fruition, guaranteed there'll be something for you at the end. But you got to do it on faith. It's the thing. You got to do it because you want to do it, and you believe that you're doing something right. I may not have the most pristine reputation in the world at all things, but one thing people know about me is that my word is bond. What I tell you is true. If you leave here on your own, you do this thing I need you to do, it'll be rewarding for you in its own way. If you don't, you won't survive the night. Sorry.
Can I do an insight to see if he's honest about us getting something when we come back? Not one again.
Yes, he's absolutely telling the truth.
I mean, it's rather a tense moment right now, and you get the impression that he's being very serious at the very least.
And
But
then I will say to him, you keep word from the Cudgel that I'm here, then I'll take that journey to the Dormounts.
Dears, if I may, we did all come here to the tourneys to search for something, whether it be gold or glory or...
No, you.
But the point, dears, is that this is a chance for us to do something. If he knows who we are and why we're here, maybe this is the next step.
Yeah, we've all stood out in the sands, not even been hit in the slightest. Oh, wait. Well, some of us. I feel confident about.
I think we should do it, dears. I'm so excited.
I hear words. What does he know about us? Nothing.
Well,
I just got you. There's nothing this man knows about me.
Could you tell us something about us? That would be very exciting.
Something only we would know.
Styx is going to say, well, I'm in, and I'm just going to go back to the door and just lean against it.
I'm gonna go over and lean against Styx.
It's not like the king who never was is going to use the blood. I think let's bring it back. It's not going to bother anyone.
I think I'm just gonna get out of here.
What if I give you half of my gold, dear?
I don't need gold.
Well, you're already...
Can I take half of your gold?
No, but
What about the other half?
I'll give you something later, though.
I do know something about, one thing you should probably know about me. Your friend there, Hildy from Lyonesse.
Oh, that's me! That's me!
It is you.
I'm Hildy.
You. There's some wisdom in the words that you speak, and I think that you are making the right choice and wanting to follow my lead. Elf, as I mentioned, I have a lot of contacts throughout Plethwy, particularly in the Western Kingdoms, but my influence extends to the Emerald Isle as well. I know about your family. I know about the Order of the Silver. Leaf. Acorn. I know a lot. It's not about what I know, really. I mean, it's more about setting you on the right path to do what needs to be done. You know, it's that important. It's not trivial ask, I know. I mean, you just met me, you know, I'm not much to look at, but hard to believe, maybe. You don't know me. I know you better than you think. I guarantee you, your family, your order, if I talk to them, will demand that you do this.
Oh, come on, Elf.
The name's Nim. I'm in.
Yay, we got Nim. We got Nim.
Nihilus. You need proof as well. Your travels on the sea, family in Atlantis. Yes. We'll send word to them. Let them know that you're not lost. You're found. You're on an important mission for the Empire. They'll be relieved to know you're okay. What say you?
If the words you speak were true enough to sway Nimalea here, then it seems you do have indeed some knowledge about us, so to that end, I'll do what I must.
It's just you now, dear.
Everything in life is proportional. If we have a sizable man over here, I'm sure we'll have a sizable reward. As I kind of step back from a certain player. Really far. really far.
As far as the 20-foot square room will take you.
Yeah, maybe a little further than that.
Cleric, I know you have uncertainty. What you seek is much greater than just simple, what a simple pious cleric might search for and trying to convert faith, change the world one faithful servant at a time. But you must go too, all of you together must go and do this thing. And then we'll see what happens. Don't seek me out afterwards, just go do what must be done. You follow the signs afterwards. I'll find you. You'll be
It's not like he can
contacted.
hide.
That's very
At that point, he's kind of speaking to the group again about finding you after you accomplish this for him.
I guess if we have the blood, he's going to have to find us.
Anything we should
Directions.
know about this? Anything we should know about
Directions.
Well, I look like a fucking tour guide. I don't know. You know, all I know is you got to go
I
to the
can-
Dormont's.
I can get us there, Nimalea.
Yeah,
Thank you, Nihilus.
What do you want me to tell you? I mean, if he died 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago, I don't fucking know. It must have been in the Battle of the Dormont's, the first one. You know, as we Atlantean friend brought up moments ago. Now you make me fucking think about it. It's what, 300 years ago, right? So, you know, I have to figure it out. I don't know. If I knew, I'd go do it myself, get it over with. But for some reason, some harebrained fucking reason, it has to be you.
The Dormont's are a big area, right?
Yeah.
You know,
What you know about the Dormont's? I mean, historically, anybody in the Western Kingdoms would know that it's basically a massive field of rolling hills and plateaus surrounded by trees, and there are copses of trees within it. But that was the site of the first Battle of the Dormont's. 300 years previously, which was basically a civil war in Lyonesse that took place. And it was for the rightful, is between the Dormonts and Monmonts as to who would rule Lyonesse, who was a rightful king. It turns out that Dormonts lost. Their entire house was obliterated. None of them survived. And the Monmonts went on. Sadly, they did not survive either after time, and the line of the heraldic line passed to the Eldrith bloodline, whom are the royalty today.
Do we have any knowledge of any tales of it being haunted or anything like that, or speculations?
Yeah, you might have heard some rumors here and there. You know, it is basically a massive graveyard, and roll of history.
18.
You've heard things like that, you know, that maybe it's haunted, maybe it's cursed, you know, that the dead rise on some certain occasions, you know, solstices or full moons or whatever. Whether or not any of that's to believe, you don't know.
So how long do you want us to walk around these miles of hills if we don't find anything?
I don't know. You know, you've just got to find it, and you know, look, as long as it takes. Imagine if you, you know, if just go see what you can find, and
How much blood do you need?
well, whatever is there to take, I guess. You know, I mean, I don't think we need a fucking barrel of it, but you know, just. The guy's been dead 300 years. I mean, how much blood can there be, right?
Probably not as much as in a duck.
Hey, just go with the fucking ducks.
A vial? Water spoonful?
I have a vial here.
I don't think we need a lot of blood. All right, I doubt there's that much blood. And if whatever it is, it must be preserved in some way to last so long. I imagine it's not, you know, a carafe of blood or anything. Just bring whatever you can find.
Who would fill a carafe with blood?
Oh, fuck's sake. All right, look.
Vampire, right?
So you only need the blood. Whatever else we find, we can keep.
I don't care. You take whatever you want, you know? Desecrate the thing for all I care, you know? Oh, Clark over there might not like it, but that's between you and him. But yeah, whatever. I just need you to find the blood. I don't even know you need to give it to me, you know, after you find it. But I'll find you. Someone will find you. If you have it, once you have it. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I can get us there, group, and I'm certainly up for the task. I'm sure that Neve will help guide us and show us the signs that we need.
I nominate the archer for leader of the group.
Let's not be so hasty. Let's find this Dorman guy and get our gold.
He's dead here.
There's just one thing I can help you
Oh,
with.
I'm hard of hearing, dear.
I
Yes,
can help you
Batman.
with one thing. All right, he pulls out a what seems to be a gleaming yellow crystal, and he kind of flips it toward Nihilus. Make an X save.
Can I try to intercept it and
Actually-
catch it before?
Not a save. Make a acrobatics.
You talking to me or Nim?
Try that intercept.
I think they all want to intercept it.
Everybody wants to
I
intercept.
mean, I'm staying away from this thing.
That seems pretty well tossed, so that it's going to be this the way it's angled and moving fairly quickly. Go ahead and make an acrobatics or athletics to catch it.
I got 18.
Yeah.
18? Okay. And then we can say, let's see, no, you're not really.
I'm very athletic, but I rolled a 2.
Okay.
You did catch that spear before.
That's true. I think it was an arrow. Out of her chest.
It felt bigger than that.
Yeah, well, so you catch it. It's a small, about the size of a quarter. It's a coin, and yeah, it's yellow. You can see, as you catch it, and you look at it, you can see that it's like gleams, a luminescent light from within. It's a healing gem. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Can I try to estimate what it's worth based on just what I saw?
They might need this.
So, any more questions? I'd love
Do
to
you have any
go.
other gems?
Not for you. So, just remember, follow the signs. That's all I can say. I'll find you, or someone will find you at the right time. Stands up, heads toward the door.
I'll get out of the way and open it for him.
Okay. Without even looking back, he just kind of angles himself to the door. And you
How big is he? Is he like really fat?
Well, I mean, he's not like... he probably weighs a good 350 pounds.
Just to be clear, it's not
But
a
he's-
PHAT, right?
No.
Fast for,
He's tall, though. I mean, as he stands up, he's easily 6.5 feet tall. But, the way he moves, the way he moved earlier against sticks, he was extremely agile, shockingly agile. And he moves quietly through the room, and you don't even hear the boards creak on the stairway as he moves up. And as he disappears from sight, suddenly you hear the arena. You hear the sounds from outside, the cheers that are very loud, very audible, that you didn't hear at all when he was there with you. It was almost as if you were in this contained bubble with him that kept the sound out.
Can I search the desk?
It's not a desk, it's just a table. Yeah, and so as he disappears from sight, you're left alone within this small chamber.
I don't trust this guy.
Well, that was terribly exciting. Did you know that a duck's quack doesn't echo? If you bring a duck to a mountain and you smack it really hard and it quacks, there will be no echo.
What kind of person brings a duck to a mountain?
All right, let's get back to that.
I'll tuck the healing gem into the little pouch on my bandolier, and I'll come up to Nim and just ask her if what he said was true about her family and her past, if he spoke the truth.
Yeah, he seems to know where I'm from.
If that's it, what about what he spoke of with your family and the Order of the Silver Leaf? It was all that true as well?
So I studied at the Order of the Silver Leaf. I was training to be a paladin.
Training?
I don't know. Yeah, still in training.
I have faith in you, dear.
Thanks.
But I was
Thanks.
wondering, supposed to have faith in people. That's fine. Amateur hour, okay.
So I guess we're going to the
But,
Dormonts,
but
huh?
I'm worried. Well, I'm worried he knows a lot about me. But I'm hoping he knows something that I need to know.
I am as well. I'm hoping that at the very least of this, he can provide some answers, which is why I have accepted. And it seemed that if he knew so much about you, then he certainly might make good on his word.
Yeah, he definitely has information he shouldn't know. So let's do this. Bring him some blood.
Nihilus, was it? How far away is the Dormonts?
He should know the geography, right? It's not terribly far.
Yeah, you would have considering your history, you would have some pretty reasonably good idea as to where or about how far. It's approximately 6 days walk. A little less, if you have a mount. But none of you have mounts right now.
Don't even make that joke.
I didn't.
But
You were
Oh,
thinking
it
it.
was coming.
you're in one of the greatest cities on the planet, so who knows? I'm sure you can buy horses here if you want to. So
And we got no payment for winning that fight, right?
Well, not yet.
It's forthcoming. We need to seek out Dorvin.
What is... Yes.
Well, to that end, let's seek out Dorvin and get our payment and see if we can make our way out of town.
Okay.
I'm Nim. Hi, everyone. I'm Nim. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Red.
Hi, Shelby. Nice to meet you, especially.
I wish I could say the same. I'm Jello. Jello the Enlightened.
Jello.
Jello.
I like Jello. I like Jello.
What's a Jello? Is that some kind of sugary dish that we want to eat?
Jello.
What's your name, dear?
They call me Sticks.
As in bundle of?
As in I poke people with my sticks.
Oh,
That didn't seem that effective when that guy was talking to you.
I was holding back.
Apparently.
I wanted to see where things were going.
How'd that work out for you?
and he called
Still
you
alive.
Lyonesse.
Yes, Kaisho, well met. My name is Nihilus Araville of House Aramath. You can call me Nihilus if that's easier.
That's very formal. We're going to be friends.
That is my
I'll
name.
just call you Nihilus.
Hildy, do you know you're kind of glowing?
I'm sorry.
I'll turn it off.
It's freaking me out.
Is that better?
I think it's actually worse. I don't want you sneaking up on me, so I'm just gonna throw the light command right at you, tap you on the shoulder, and all of a sudden you're glowing again.
Except much, much brighter at this point. Hildy, you realize that this glow that's emanating from you now, from the place that he touched you, is illuminating the entire room.
Dear?
And it's red, it's bright red. There's no sneaking up.
I'm traveling with idiots.
Warning, warning!
We're new to knowing one another. So I'll be gentle when I explain. You should never again cast a spell on me without asking first. You might not wake up.
Oh, that'd be preferable, actually. I'll take the light off. I'll be magnanimous, but I'm gonna back. I'm gonna have a plan and walk behind him.
You and your plans.
I'm traveling with morons.
Consent is important.
Okay. Well, as you head back up the stairway, the stairs creaking loudly as you move up the 10-foot flight of stairs to the top. The dwarf is clearly completed his battle some time ago. He looks very satisfied, drinking his ale, surrounded by some of the other combatants as he regales them with a replay as to everything that happened. There's another activity going on in the arena now, as there are two centaurs battling. Not one that you battled earlier, but two other ones. They seem smaller somehow, not quite as monstrous as the one that you guys had to deal with earlier. But Dorman's there, and he's got a bag in his hand. He's like, "Sorry about that, but you know, I didn't have much choice. So, but here you go. This is your bag of." He looks at you, Sticks, and kind of just sidesteps you and hands the bag to Nihilus.
To Jello, you say?
Thank you, Dorvin. Can you tell us who that man was that called himself the Fat Man, why he elicited such a response from you?
He's very influential, very powerful. He knows the royal family very well. Apparently, he's here from time to time, but I don't know him. Just know of him, and when he sends a summons, I feel like I probably need to pretty much fall in line and do what's necessary. I was hoping it wasn't going to kill you all because it'd be a hell of a mess, and it just would be a lot of questions to answer, but. You survived. You're all back here again. And will you be joining us for more battles today?
Can I take an inside check on him to see if he's actually scared?
Sure.
5.
5, yeah. I mean, he's definitely jittery, nervous, but it's hard to tell if he's scared.
Thank you, Dorvin, but I believe we've been set on another path that unfortunately takes us away from Lion's Gate for the moment.
Passively, he definitely looks relieved as he just kind of nods his head and, well, don't spend it all in one tavern, but enjoy your stay. I'm sure if any of the audience that saw your tremendous takedown of Julius, the centaur, they'll be willing to buy all the drinks that you want all night for this crew if you're staying anywhere near the arena.
Would you tell me, Dorvin, this silver medallion that you handed me earlier, does this have any significance?
Well, I mean, did you read the writing on the medallion? It says right there, I won a battle at the tourney.
Gosh, read it!
It says right
It's like the little,
front. And,
the trophy they give everybody.
no, just a medallion, so, just
Somebody who loves me went to Lion's Gate. All I got was this medallion.
looking at it, it says, I won a battle at the tourney. That's it. It's a silver medallion. It's probably worth about 50 gold, just in its silver content. It looks like it's pretty flat and not very heavy. Probably didn't. They spared a lot of expense when they went to creating these. Apparently,
Looking around, does it seem like there are a bunch of people wearing these?
the dwarf has one.
Not me. Not me.
The dwarf has one, and a couple other people do. Yeah.
Nim looks at it enviously.
We'll find a bronze one for you. Don't worry about it.
Stick's gonna walk up to Alice and be like, "How much did we get? Make sure it's all there. Make sure it didn't shortchange us."
I don't believe he's in the business of shortchanging at such a prestigious event.
You never know. He pushed us off to the fat man.
I don't believe he had much of a choice in that.
And he's just gonna be standing near Nihilus, like waiting anxiously.
Once we make our way into town, I'll divvy up the winnings from the last match.
Okay. And I'll still stay right by Nihilus.
And as you guys are just relaxing, chatting there, talking, Sticks with his nervous energy bouncing up and down, you hear a blare of horns from somewhere outside the arena, somewhere out in one of the streets nearby. And once again, you see Dorvin's eyes just open up wide. The queen is coming. The queen is coming! And he immediately rushes up the stairs toward the exit out into the street from the arena, and that's where we'll pick up again next week. Congratulations, everyone. We got episode 1
Yay.
in the bag. And if you guys would like to, just introduce yourselves, the players, we'll just go around the horn real quick, starting with Nim, our salty Sylvan Elf.
I'm Kim. I'm living in Joburg, South Africa, and I guess I represent the Southern Hemisphere in this group. Hopefully not too badly.
Did you call it Joburg?
Johannesburg, yes. Joburg.
Oh, nice.
And then we have Nihilus.
Yeah, I am Josh. I am in San Diego, California, and I'm, remoting in, enjoying my second campaign with Ravik, and I know we'll be in for a good time.
Thanks, Josh. Sticks.
I am DJ. I'm playing Sticks. I am a designer in Florida.
Jolo.
My name's actually Adam. I do play Jolo, and as it happens, I'm going to be moving to this seat over there next time.
And Michael.
Hi, I'm Mike.
Billy.
I also live here in fabulous sunny South Florida, except it's winter right now. We're all freezing our tuchuses off. They've all played with Ravik before. I have not, so I'm the new guy here.
Well, we're going to pop that cherry soon. Well, we have tonight. We popped that cherry for sure.
You don't want to say that around Hildy.
That's right. gotta watch that.
Did I say that chair? I meant that one.
California.
No,
You
Johannesburg.
carry all the way to South Africa, yeah.
And I'm Rabbit Country, longtime DM. Been playing for 35 plus years now. I hope we have succeeded in entertaining you on this first very, very nerve-wracking and nervous session of ours that we've been preparing for, and hope to drag you with us, having a lot of fun. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you join us again for episode number 2 next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you. Hello, I'm Ravic Hunter, and we are Legends in Paper. Legends in Paper. Hello, I'm Ravic Hunter, and we are Legends in Paper. Legends in Paper again, jeez, really. Hello, I'm Ravic Hunter, and we are Legends on Paper. Hello, we are Legends in Paper. And I am Ravic Hunter. Bonjour. We are Legends on Paper. And I am Ravic the Hunter. Hello. I am Ravic Hunter. And we are Legends on the Paper. Hello. I'm Ravic Hunter. And we are Legends on Paper. Hello, I am the Ravic Hunter, and we are the Legends on Paper. Hello, I am the Ravic Hunter, and we are the Legends on the Paper. What? Again? Oh, for fuck's sake.